Critical Role enters its endgame, plus a host of news about Fallout, Star Wars, and Mass Effect.
Now you have my attention.
Welcome to 5 for Friday, our look back at 5 of the biggest tabletop and fantasy stories of the week. Now this week, we're actually taking a deep sci-fi dive with updates on Fallout, Mass Effect, and Star Wars, plus some Critical Role and tabletop RPG news. Now remember, if you like these kinds of news videos, be sure to like and subscribe to support a brand new independent news channel. Now, on to the news. The endgame is upon us in Critical Role as Vox Machina begins their assault on the Malleus Key. In classic Vox Machina fashion, the party's airship assault went horribly awry, with the group ending up in another airship crash. In the resulting combat, Opal from EXU showed up as an avatar of Loth, although she was played by Matt and not Amy, and ended up with the last kill, which meant that Matt had to "how do you want to do this" to himself. Also, Liam returned as Lievtel, his character from the Search for Grog, so that Liam could be part of the overall assault. Now, Travis also made a Chetney survival roll and actually rolled a 100, which would have killed Chetney under normal circumstances. We also saw Scanlan refuse to give up his centaur body, and Percy and Vex being okay with their suicide mission because their kids are mostly grown up and they expect Keyleth to survive and look after the family. Finally, Vox Machina is very pro-God, so that potential conflict is still brewing.
Don't think I haven't thought about it.
I'm well aware you've thought about it.
In the world of science fiction, there were 3 exciting bits of information to come to light this week. First, Disney and Lucasfilm have closed a deal to create a new Star Wars trilogy, and exact details are a little fuzzy this early on, as is typical for the genre-defining monolith. While we do know that the new trilogy will return Simon Kinberg to the franchise after he co-created Star Wars Rebels and served as a consultant on The Force Awakens as both writer and producer for the trio of films, here's what information got a little sideways. Deadline's initial impression was that this trilogy will be episodes 10 through 12 of the Skywalker saga, but apparently this was also refuted by other insiders who say that this will be a new saga for Star Wars, alongside additional branching stories in development like those from Taika Waititi. Disney and Lucasfilm aren't commenting on the new trilogy just yet, as is typical, but here at Above the Table, we think it's more likely that this is a new story told in the galaxy far, far away, as it's been previously asserted that the Skywalker saga wrapped up with Rey claiming the Skywalker name at the end of The Rise of Skywalker. Outside of Kinberg's work on Star Wars specifically, he's probably most well known for serving as producer and/or writer on a number of 20th Century Fox Marvel films, including X-Men Days of Future Past, Deadpool, Logan, and even making a directorial debut with The Dark Phoenix. Here at Above the Table, we're personally fans of his for his work on films like Jumper and the 2019 revival of The Twilight Zone, which has me personally hopeful we'll see Star Wars get really weird with it.
Embrace your destiny.
Blades in the Dark has gotten its first ever expansion. John Harper, the creator of the popular heist-themed tabletop RPG, released Deep Cuts, which adds a ton of new content to the game. Deep Cuts is split into 2 parts, with the first adding tons of new setting options, including 27 factions, 100 heritage and background options, and 13 innovations in technology. The second part adds 6 new modular rule systems, including new harm and trauma rules, modified advancement rules, and a new action system. Now, given the impact on Blades in the Dark, this is a pretty big announcement, and I hope folks check it out.
Next, development on the 2nd season of Prime Video's live-action Fallout series is gaining momentum, and a new casting announcement has proven that fact. Macaulay Culkin has joined the cast in a reoccurring role that will feature his talents in a crazy genius-type character, at least according to Deadline. Fallout is one of my personal favorite franchises, and for years I have been firmly in the corner of put the Culkins in more things, so this announcement is only building an already overflowing amount of excitement that I feel about Season 2 of the series.
The world is going to need you to build a better day after.
And to wrap up our sci-fi themed 5 for Friday, Mass Effect is getting a television show. Amazon Prime has picked up the long-gestating TV show, with Fast and Furious 9 writer Daniel Casey writing the show and executive producing. No further details are available about the plot of the show, and there's no guarantee that the show will actually focus on Commander Shepard, who's the protagonist of the first trilogy of games. Amazon has quickly become the home to sci-fi and fantasy adaptations, with Fallout Fallout and God of War among the video game franchises currently in development or experiencing a second season, in the case of Fallout, over at Amazon Studios. Well, that's all the stories we have this week. Let us know what your favorite was in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Above the Table.